This is Professor Pete Alexander with the Winning at Business and Life podcast, where business leaders share their insights. It is 6 questions in 7 minutes because successful business leaders are busy and rarely have more time to spare. So let's get to it. Question number one, in a few sentences, please tell me who you are and what you do.
Thank you, Professor Pete. I'm really excited to be on this podcast. My name is Joon Chang, and I am passionate about being on LinkedIn. So, LinkedIn has empowered me to be the heart collector, and it's now transforming me into a digital wise owl. And what those identities are helping me with is to build relationship with people and create business opportunities for the future.
Well, June, I really am serious about this when I say it's an absolute pleasure to have you on the show because we've been working on this for almost a year. So it
Yeah.
is really great that you've
Thank you.
joined me on the show. Question number two, what is something that makes you smile and or laugh about working in your industry?
Great. If I'm meeting people who are humble and kind, you know what that really does to me is it really puts me at ease and allows me to be myself.
Mhm.
And when that happens, the smiles and laughters just flows naturally. So I'm really into being like that myself and meeting people who are humble and kind.
And you have really shown a great example of this with the content that you share and how you support your network. So you're doing a fabulous job with that.
Thank
Question
you.
number three. I have a fictitious book with all the answers for business. What chapter would you think most companies should read?
Probably a chapter on love and
Mhm.
compassion. Um, I think, if you ask people in the workplace, it's hardly people ever never speak of the word love. Um, and in fact, Mike Vicanti, he's the author of the Believership.
Mhm.
His mission is bringing love into the workplace. I love that. And also another mentor of mine, Brian Cunningham, he's the author of Our AQ, and his definition of leadership is love in action. So you know what? Beatles have a song that says love, love, love. All you need is love. So I think that'd be a great chapter to read.
I think so too. A great recommendation for that. Thank you. Question number four. Other than the generic work harder, have a great attitude, and care for customers, what advice or insight would you give to other business leaders?
This is one of my initiatives for 2021, but I think leaders need to have relentless awareness. I think awareness is really important for leaders. And two people that I've connected with and follow is Brian Cunningham, the author I was telling you about, and Layla Elawan.
Mhm.
And those people are gurus in awareness. So I follow them, I read their posts, and I think awareness will be important. A couple other quick thing is awareness is listening. So another person I follow is Colin Smith. And lastly, awareness is stress relief. And I follow you, Professor Pete.
Thank you for that, June. And it's interesting what you're talking about there because it really is it's very very impactful and having that awareness is so powerful because when you're
Yeah,
aware of the things around you, you can take action, you can observe, you can learn. I mean, has that been your experience?
absolutely. Knowing that awareness is so important, not only for me, but people around me, it really helps me to have attention and focus on awareness so that during the course of the day, I don't find myself an hour like I can't remember what I did for the past hour. So if you have
Mhm.
awareness, you're seeing everything around you. How you feel, who you are, and you actually are present in seeing people around you.
I really like that. And you're obviously being more efficient too because you're utilizing your time better.
Absolutely. I think because I picked up this awareness, thing, I'm actually doubling my output because I'm not perfect in awareness yet. I'm not sure if there's any perfection, but because I'm more aware, I think it's really helping me to be more productive and 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 especially being of service to others.
I love it. I love it. Question number 5. What other business leader like yourself would you like to acknowledge and invite to be on my podcast?
Yeah. That Brian Cunningham would be a person I've already mentioned to him about twice. I can't speak enough about him. And if I'd like to throw in one more person, Susan Miller. And
Mm.
I have an amazing relationship with her. She has a great message to pass on about knowing your value, living your values, and empowerment. I would pay to see those two people.
And I think those are two great referrals. I'm going to reach out to them because I'm connected with them and I think very highly of them as well. Thank you for that. And our final question, question number 6. Please tell me about your first job.
I love this question. And every time I watch your podcast, that's one part that I really like to listen to. And that's good that you position that at the end of the podcast because people will stay around for that. So for me, I have fond memories when I was a child in Maine for when I was 9 to 16 years old. That's 7 years, right? And I raked blueberries in the summer. And we went all over the mountains of Maine. And why I'm so fond about that experience is because, I worked really hard. I understood what it means to, work a full day, dedicate yourself. And at the end of the day, I knew how many buckets I raked. And I didn't even take lunch. I take quick lunches. What made me do that is, with my family, when we moved to America then, and I was able to, make some money and support the family. And also, at the end of the day, I would rake some berries for my mom, and she loved blueberries. So when I came home, I would have this blue stain in my mouth and a bucket of blueberries for her. But all that, memories tells me that I can make an impact to my family, and that carries on towards my family that we have, and for others.
What a great story too. I love the learnings that you got from that too, and it's making me feel hungry for blueberries as well right now.
Blueberry pie,
Exactly.
pancakes.
That's what I was thinking about myself.
Yeah.
So, June, thank you so much for being on the show. How can people find you?
I keep it simple. LinkedIn. I'm passionate about LinkedIn, so I hope to meet a lot of people. I am the heart collector, so please connect with me and follow.
Wonderful. This is Professor Pete Alexander with the Winning at Business and Life podcast. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, Professor.
You're welcome.